is Mrs. Naomi, and I want to say hello to my Sunday school class. Just like last week, we're not able to meet together. We're all supposed to stay in our houses and keep away from everybody else because of the COVID-19 virus. So I hope that while you're at home, I know it's probably hard for you to stay home a lot and have everything be different than it used to be. And I'm going to tell you a story today that I hope will help you as you're staying home and trying to do things that will help other people but that are not fun for you. I hope you'll be able to remember this story and be encouraged, okay? So we're going to start with our one rule, which is I will respect others with my words, attitudes, and actions. This week we've had a lot of practice needing to show respect to our families because that's who we've been with most. While we are staying home with the COVID-19 virus, we have lots and lots of time for stories. And some of the most important stories that they had in Jesus' time were from the Old Testament. That was their scriptures. So this first bit of the story is from the book of Exodus. That sounds like the word exit because it's about when the Israelites got to leave Egypt, where things were not good for them. One of the things that happened when they were in Egypt is they had a big sickness come, just like we've had a big sickness come. And that was the first time where they had God tell them something he wanted them to do because of the sickness. He said they were supposed to take the blood of a lamb and put it on the sides of the door and on the top of the door in order to have the angel of death pass over their house. And so they did that. They would take blood and they would put it on the posts of the door, and the angel of death would pass over. And then, just like I said, they were going to exit. They left in kind of a hurry. And so they had bread that wasn't all big and puffy. It hadn't had time to rise. It was bread without any yeast in it. And so they ate that when they were on their way out. And so later, God told them, I want you to remember that this happened. And so you're going to have a special feast where you drink wine. We usually drink juice now, but where you drink wine to remember that blood, and you eat bread with no yeast in it to remember what hurry you were in when you left Egypt. And so this was a big, important story. Right now, with our virus, we're not being told to put blood anywhere. What we're being told to do is wash our hands for 20 seconds, lots and lots of times every day, and cough and sneeze into our elbow or a tissue. We're being told to stay away from big groups when there's 10 or more people. And that's why we're all staying in our houses. We're trying to keep other people safe. So later on, you see how in the Bible, there's a lot of pages between this story that I was just telling you and the stories about Jesus. But this was a really important feast that they had as Jews when Jesus was alive. And this was something he did with his friends. They went to somebody's place and they were eating together. But Jesus looked at that cup and he told them, this cup is going to mean something different now. This is the new covenant or the new promise in my blood. Drink it and remember me, which was very different from what they used to think about when they drank it, which was the Passover. And he said, this bread is my body that's broken for you. As often as you eat this, do it remembering me. And he broke it into pieces and he shared it out to all of his friends, and they ate it together. Jesus was changing the story. He was telling them it's not just about what God did back then. It's about what God is doing now with me. And he knew that he was going to be broken. His body was going to be broken when he died on the cross. And his blood was going to be shed. And that this was the new way that God was saving people. Not saving them from just the angel of death, but saving them from the consequences of their sin, saving them from a death that would last forever. And so they all drank it, and they ate the bread. And when they were all done, shouldn't talk with my mouth full. They were all done. Jesus took just a few of his friends, and they went to a garden. So we're going to go to a garden. And Jesus went to this garden because he was starting to think about what this cup was going to mean for him. It was very good for the Israelites when they put the blood of the lamb on their doorposts because it meant they were safe. But it wasn't very good for the lamb, was it? And Jesus knew he was that lamb. So he started to be very, very sad. He told his friends, my soul is overwhelmed to the point of death. Please keep watch with me and pray. And so they all went together, and he was praying, oh God, if this cup can just pass from me, please let it be so. But not what I will, but what you will. And he came back, and his friends had fallen asleep because they were so tired and sad. So he prayed again, oh dear God, my Father, if this cup can't pass from me unless I drink it, then may your will be done. And he prayed that one more time. What he was doing was giving us a good example of what we can be doing right now. We are doing something that's not easy for us. We're all staying home, staying away from people to make sure that all the people who are sick will fit into our hospitals, that the hospitals don't get so full that there's not room for everyone. So we're doing something that's hard for us but good for other people. Just like Jesus, he knew it would be hard for him to die on the cross, but it would be good for the rest of us if he did it. And what he did in the garden when he was praying to God is he accepted, okay, God, I'm going to accept this from you, and I'm not going to try to fight it or run away. And I think that's a really good example for us as we're staying home, that we can also say, okay, God, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this your way. And just to accept it. We don't know how long we'll have to stay home, but we can trust God, and we can know that he's going to be taking care of us. So I hope that story is an encouragement for you as you're staying home this week. And I am making a quiz for my lesson today that you can take to compete with each other. It'll be good until tonight at bedtime. I love you. I'll talk to you later.